Okay, so it's Sunday. We've just had remembrance service at church. It all have to be the same time, so I could only do one service. And we'll move on to the next radio. I've got -9 minutes. So today, the Maxcom 4E. (8097464), and it's Feb 82, so it's the later version. It's come with a standard replacement mic, the type we would supply. These actually have a screen lead, and the 5-pin DIN is correct for these radios. There's a lot of different 5-pin DINs, the LCL, Economy, and the 2740, the DNT, different pinouts, the Realistic, different pinout, and those used on the Serpent, no, not the Serpent, the Sapphire 4000X and the Barracuda HP 940, yet a different 5-pin pinout, and so it goes on. So Maxcom is, as far as I'm aware, is the only thing these mics fit without rewiring the mic, and these are rewirable mics, these plugs. They're not moulded, which is great. Okay, Maxcom 4E, it says service. As a precaution, I'll open it up, and then without touching anything, we'll put it back together if everything looks safe. Mr. Chippy's not here today, so we won't get any on the air test till tomorrow. Yeah, that looks fine. Good. I'll plug it into the test gear. Plug PA into PA, extension speaker into extension speaker. They're a bit weird, and extension speaker comes through both, which isn't ideal, but there you go. Not everybody's interested in PA function. We do the power leads for these, as you all know, but which one's positive? That one. We'll do it this way for now. We were on 13.2 volts, the emergency set, yesterday, so we'll go back up to 13.8, just like that. Switch the set on, select channel 20, and a lot of the transmit lights have failed on these, the LEDs. Is this one going to be one of them? It is, yes. In fact, it's not going to transmit. Why is that? Oh, we're in PA. Oh, it hasn't. Right, well, while we're in PA, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Good. Right, back into CB. Noisy volume control. Come back to that. Now it's working. Right, let's have a look at what it's doing on transmit. We've already got picture in picture on. So it's doing 3.1 watts. channel 40. .9 watts. Channel 1. .3 watt. Back to channel 20. Switch it to low power. Switch the test set to low power. We're already doing 350 milliwatts. Back to full power. It's 1.04 amps. Deviation for what it's worth on this test set. 1. It says 1. We'll take frequency with a pinch of salt because the test set's only been on 10 minutes. 2779091, and we'll just do the signal generator to match. 2779091. See how that performs. Go over to the cyanide meter. I think it's supposed to be better than 1 microvolt, and it is. It's 0.78. So we'll say 0.79. .71. And if it does 20, it does. And it's currently 1.2. Squelch to full. It's 10 millivolts, but at least it comes in. S9, I'll do S9 first. S9 on the meter is 7. Sometimes these are adjustable, sometimes they're not. And it's reading 300 microvolts. Just a bit tight-fisted. Let's see where the squelch minimum is. .82, so that's alright. And on transmit, go back to the main meter. On transmit, what's it read? And it says 4. Right. So, that's done some preliminary tests. I might be able to not have to unsolder the speaker. So we'll come back to this. I'll have my dinner and come back to this, and everything will be tickety-boo as far as the temperature of the test equipment goes. And we can just whip through this. It works, it just needs a service. Right, so let's come back to this. We'll start by seeing where we are with the frequency. .2779098, so we'll pop that onto correct. Always goes the wrong way. Right. See if we can get the power increased. Take it to the 30 watt scale. So 4 watts is there, we're at 3.1. I want the centre of the peak, not just the peak. Right, 3.2, just wait for the soldering iron, and tell you what, while we wait for the soldering iron, we'll just check the deviation on the test set behind me. Wow, that's 1.8. Wow, better. Absolute peak of 2.5. Go back to the Marconi test set. See what it says on there for the giggles. Wow, actually it's about the same. Perhaps its capacitors are not playing up today. So it was 1.8 kilohertz. It's now 2.2 with a peak of 2.5. Right, back to the smouldering bat. We want a peak on that one. It's now 3.5, and then we set the power on that one. That's what the service manual says anyway. And there we have 4. So we don't set the peak on that one. Now these coils can be critical, but we're at 4, so I don't need to fiddle with them. I've not got any spurious emissions alarm coming up. 3.95 on channel 40, and with 4 on channel 1. I could say 4.0 something, but I'll put 4 for 3.95. So that's a good result. Let's see whether we can do anything with low power. It may already be exceeding 400 milliwatts. It's 480, so that now needs to come down. So that's the preset there. There we go. 400 milliwatt, back to full power. You know what? I've got it on the wrong channel. Put it on channel 1. I'll now have to do that again. Failed. .400 milliwatts. And then let's go back to full power and check the current consumption. We're now at 1.065 amps. Let's see where we were. I've already lost the pen. How can that happen? .065. So we've gone from 1.04 to 1.06. For 25 milliamps more, we've got nearly a watt more. There you are. What a great result. So, receive. Oh, we could do the power meter, couldn't we? I don't know whether you can see it. Yes, it's rather generous now. So it's that preset. There we go, that's now to 4. Right, back to receive. Doesn't sound nice. So we'll start with the detector, 100 microvolts. So one of the things these sets can do is the detector go out. Let's go to the oscilloscope. There's enough volume on for a sensible trace. Wow! That must have sounded awful. It did sound awful. However, we may have lost sensitivity doing that. Right, over to the cyanide meter, see whether we can get a bit more sensitivity. It's already exceeding what the manufacturer says, but I'm sure we can get more out of it. Got a little bit more there, so we'll just drop the attenuator. That's spot on. I'll go back to that one. Do we normally have that one? Bit more signal for the IF. See what we've now got for the cyanide reading for 12 dB. We've got 0.62. For 10 dB, got 0.57. For 20 dB, .84. Squelch. So we'll turn the squelch to full. Let's put the attenuator on the screen. I want it to open at 100 microvolts. There's 100. In fact, it doesn't open at all now, so I've fixed it worse. I think we've got a dirty preset there. I've lost my applicator for this. Oops, gone to PA. So now I've got 0.76, 0.78, sorry. I haven't got the top end exactly where I want it at all. It's harsher than I would like. Just going to double check that detector. Recheck the bottom end. Yeah, that's fine. Right, top end, put the squelch to full. Yeah, it's not how I like it, but I'm not going to start changing parts to do anything and incurring the costs. It works fine. It's 2.2 millivolts, and at least it opens, which is of course a lot more than than some sets do. Before we wrap the video up, just going to do the meter. So we'll put 100 microvolts on the meter, just see whether we can get it anywhere near. Sometimes these are adjustable, sometimes they're not. This one's got a preset on the meter, so this is one that is adjustable. And there we have S9. Now, just one thing I want to do. I've had a point on this set where the PA switch has stuck in PA and not gone to back to CB properly. So I'm just going to get another service oil can, get that sprayed, then we'll put it back together and just have a quick flick round. Take picture in picture off. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've done the volume control. I've just done the PA switch, so just get the power back on. That's switching to PA and back, so I think we've got that sorted. Just work that into the volume control. There we go. That screw's loose. Wrong way. I don't know whether it's me, but I tend to find the more expensive sets disappointing. And sets like this, which were the $49.99 type of sets, whilst never outstanding performers, were always more than competent and have been very reliable. I don't have the capacitor problems with these. I've changed so few capacitors on Maxcom stuff. Not like the Unidens. Right, so we'll take it off test instruments. I'll turn the test gear off. I'll put the squelch on. Let's see. At 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon, if there's any bad buddies on. I tell you what we'll do. We've had a spate of playing up aerial sockets. Not sure we've ever had it with these. I don't know where my precision screwdriver is, do I, to tighten up the contacts. Microphone's migrating. Excuse me while I make a rustle. I have 4 SM58 microphones, no, SM57 microphones in front of me. 19 Roger. Oh well, that was the power off. Right, well, that works a treat. So they'll be glad to get that one back as well. So I think that concludes their order. So thanks for watching Maxcom 4E from 1982. Although it's just a service, it's a massive difference. Thanks for